Welcome to APABI Focus. For this version, we have Mr. Salman Shehzad from the National Institute of Banking and Finance. And today he's going to be talking to us about financial inclusion in Pakistan, which is a very fascinating topic. And I'm looking forward to that. But before we start, we should probably, maybe you could tell us a little bit about your organization, because you're not actually an APABI member. You're more of like a sister organization of APABI. But I think maybe us APABI members will be getting to know you better in the future. So could you first introduce yourself?
Hi, morning, afternoon. My name is Salman Shehzad, and currently I am working as a project director for a project called National Financial Literacy Program for Youth at NIBAF, National Institute of Banking and Finance, which is subsidiary of State Bank of Pakistan. So NIBAF basically is the training arm of the Central Bank of Pakistan. We started as the training arm only for Central Bank, but later we expanded into providing trainings to cross financial sector, not only in Pakistan, but in South Asia. And IBP is another sister concern of a subsidiary of State Bank of Pakistan. So now both the organizations are merging together and becoming one. So legally we are sister concern. IBP and NIBAF share the same status now, and we'll be one organization in a couple of months.
In a couple of months. Okay, so that's happening very soon.
Yeah.
So could you tell us about the state of financial inclusion in Pakistan? I understand it's a poor country and there is a fairly significant gender divide, but maybe you could give us some further details.
Yeah. When it comes to financial inclusion in Pakistan, the landscape is changing over the period of time because of a lot of different players, donors, and digital banks being incorporated in Pakistan. But if we look at a study by an independent organization called Karandas, our financial inclusion was 21% in 2021, and now it's 30% in 2022 as per the stats. So there is a 7 to 8% increase every year. But the dramatic thing is the contribution of females, when we talk of gender, it's only out of 22%, only 13% are females.
So I can see several issues there. What is the role, would you say, in digital accounts and fintech?
Yeah, when we talk of digital accounts, as I said, if we look at Africa and Kenya, their digital account penetration was increased like anything in last decade. Same is happening in Pakistan. But there is a sort of a barrier, which is your connectivity barrier, your smartphone penetration barrier.
Yeah, that can be a difficulty, especially for lower income countries. You need the infrastructure first, and then you can start thinking about those sorts of things. So maybe you could tell me a little bit more about your specific work. You're doing public literacy.
Oh, yes. Okay, so basically, Pakistan has a national financial inclusion strategy, which was launched a decade back, and we are trying to increase financial inclusion in Pakistan. So for that, State Bank of Pakistan started two projects. One is called Sikka Baqaida. Sikka is coin. So coin and Baqaida is notes. So that is one project which is managed by Karachi, where they are training people from 18 years to 60-year-old on financial inclusion. But my project follows Pareto rule, where we are targeting those 20% of the audience which would have 80% impact on the economy of Pakistan, that is the educated lot. So we started a project to train 1.8 million students across Pakistan. Across Pakistan, when I say, I literally mean across Pakistan geographically. So the very first step and the most important step was we decided that we'll go for behavior change communication project. So we'll train students through a behavior change communication. So our entire content is for students from 6 years to 8 years, 9 to 12 years, 13 to 17 years, and 18 to 29 years. We have 4 psychometric behavior categories. And our entire content as a behavior change, it revolves around entrepreneurship. So when the student goes through our content, they not only learn about financial literacy, we are talking about behavior change. So after our content, there is a behavior change in terms of saving goals. There is a behavior change in terms of account opening. There is behavior change in terms of making rational financial decisions. So that is one thing. And the most important thing is our content revolves around, there are so many byproducts but women empowerment. So all the decision is the story. So all the students decisions which are taken by the kids or mother, it's from a female gender. So there is a reinforcement of role of women empowerment in our society, role of women empowerment in taking financial decisions and everything. So we started rolling out this project approximately 6 years back, and I'm delighted to tell you that we have trained approximately 1 million students across Pakistan on this content, and 53% being females who we train and 47% males who we train. And we have amazing feedback. They are starting their businesses. They have started going for saving plans, smart buying, and so much. So this was one product. And the second thing is we did a lot of innovation. So we wanted to train students online. So instead of putting a video on YouTube, we created Pakistan's first ever financial literacy game, which is based on a proper learning management system called POMPAC. So when you log in, you have an age category, and it's like a 2.5D interactive game where in 3 hours they get totally financial literate. And we had approximately 0.8 million students who have completed this game, and they become financial literate online. Along with this, there are quite a few byproducts. For example, with Meta, previously known as Facebook, we trained approximately 5,500 females who are entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, but we trained them on how to manage finances for their businesses. Then with IRC, another internationally development sector organization, we went to the core rural areas of Balochistan, one of the provinces of Pakistan, and we found out those girls who never left their house, totally illiterate. So first 6 months, we trained them on English and Urdu language. Then 6 months, we trained them on financial literacy. Then we gave them money to start their businesses. Similarly, one of the another very important thing was that we decided that why not to go for inclusive education. So what about deaf students? So we created first ever financial literacy sign language tutorial for them, and we trained 70 sign language teachers on financial literacy. They went on trained 10,000 additional students. But I think the flagship is that we work with the National Curriculum Council, which is the which is the bearer of the curriculum for Pakistan from grade 1 to grade 12, and in higher education, of course. And we want to integrate financial literacy as part of national curriculum. So we have already developed SLOs based on integrated curriculum methodologies. 11 themes of financial literacy would be part of it. And we have sort of got it approved that this should be the table of content for each course. But now we are working on the supplement material. It will take 2 to 3 years. But after that, every student who would be enrolled anywhere in Pakistan, in public sector, private sector, technical vocational education, or Islamic sector, madaris, they would go through financial literacy. So there would not be any need of any financial literacy project in Pakistan, inshallah.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. That it's not just about finances, how to use a bank account, but a lot of times it's also about entrepreneurship, how to become, how to manage your career. Everything has to be with that together. So I wonder, regarding this and also just broader financial literacy, how do you work with your international partners, since it's such a multifaceted problem?
Okay, see how we work with international partners. The very first thing is when we were creating this content 6 years back, and the game which we have developed, POMPAC, the vendor who has created is based out of Singapore. They are also registered in Pakistan, but it was an international consulting. So there was input from approximately 8 to 9 countries, including UK, US, Australia, Malaysia, who are leading the financial literacy. So all the professors from different universities took part of it. Our vendor did it, but of course the content developed was through them, and of course there has to be local context added to it. Secondly, another very important thing is as it's a holistic project, and there is a lot of learning from this project for all the international organizations working on financial literacy. So with Griffith University, Australia, we have created a case study, developed a case study on the impact, learning outcomes, so others can learn from it. So we are about to publish that case study in couple of months. Then we have friends like you across Pakistan, across the world on financial literacy, central bank and other organizations who conduct several seminars, and we participate there to share our learning, because learning is not only that we have achieved 1.8 million students. The learning is we were not able to achieve 2.2 million. These were the hurdles. These are the things we need to be careful of. So there was a lot of learning. So with international partners, if I talk about, we work as a technical partner. So we develop content, rather they help us develop content. Now we are sharing the best practices with them, and we are still open, being Central Bank of Pakistan and National Institute of Banking and Finance. We are open to work with them in different capacities.
Very good. So this sounds like a lot of different possible roles that APABI members could potentially play in this process later on. So thank you very much for appearing on our APABI Focus. And we look forward to seeing the members again. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. It's a pleasure.